Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We are waiting for more people to join us. I am Yvette Ankara, the Kitchen Table CEO, and welcome to this evening's webinar. We're going to give people a couple of minutes to get online, and then we'll begin. So we're hoping to begin in about 2 minutes. So Kemi's in the background. She's coughing a lot because she's not well. So we're hoping that her voice holds for this whole webinar because she's got a lot to share with you this evening. If you can hear me, please type in that you can hear me. Say hello, so I know you're out there. So I've got a few people here. Hello, you've typed lovely messages to me. Great. Can see a few people that you're in. Yep. Thank you for that. Can you hear me loud and clear? Someone just types in the chat box. Thank you very much. Yes. Wonderful. Just always have to check because modern technology doesn't always do what you want it to do. Isn't that right, Coach Kemi?
Too right. Oh, we had a bit of that earlier, didn't we?
We have, but you know, everything's working swimmingly now, so it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We've got a few people who have signed up who still aren't logged in, and we really don't want to kick off until a few more people get in because we don't want them to miss this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Right. Kemi, I think we should start because people have already arrived. Yeah?
As soon as you're ready, I'm good.
I'm ready. So I'll begin by introducing myself. So as I said briefly, I'm Yvette Ankara, and I run something called Ankara Associates, and I'm the Kitchen Table CEO. So what I do is I help women that run their business from the kitchen table to create profitable and sustainable businesses by overcoming overwhelm and frustration so they can get clear, focused, and develop strategies that enable them to achieve so they can have the business of their dreams. That's what I do in my day-to-day. I'm also a wife, a mother, doing a PhD, got lots of other hats that I wear when I'm not busy coaching lovely ladies. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host today, who's Coach Kemi. We met on an amazing course, and we share a lovely mentor, the lovely Deji Sabanjo. And we clicked on this course, and it was just lots of energy, and we said we'll do this today. So Coach Kemi is the CEO and founder of How to Think, which is a personal development business that focuses on your thoughts, how to boldly use them to audaciously get all that you want so you can dare to be fruitful in whatever you endeavor. Now, I love the way Coach Kemi talks about what she does. So she is the creator of an online course called the PSRA 4-Step Thought Transformation Blueprint, which is a mouthful. But what it's about is the process of transforming the way that you think to help you solve problems and get the results you desire. But not just any result. It helps you blast away, and she says, I love this, any toxic, funky, filthy, limiting, and stinking thinking that stops you from saying, I am, I can, I am doing, and I am done. Boom! Love it. I have to say, I just love the energy. I love that energy, Kemi. So she's a blast away coach. She blasts away these thoughts that you have that just block you from getting on, which is why I wanted to share kind of her knowledge today, because whilst I do help clients to think, I don't do it in the way that this lady does. She's got over 15 years of experience in working with women in business in other spaces, and I'm going to stop now and say, Coach Kemi, please tell us a little bit more about yourself and introduce yourself to the group.
Okay. Hi, Hi, everyone. Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry, I'm not able to speak at my normal decibel. I will do my best. I'm just not one to cancel things. I'm going to swim through it, fly through it, break my, just we're going to get there. Run through a wall, run through a troop, climb over a wall. We're going to do what we need to. So that's who I am, really. And a mother to two adult children. Thank God they grow. And the most gorgeous grandson anyone has ever met. Now, you say that about yours. Mine is the best. Uh, this is what I do for a living. And it came out of my own struggles, my own frustrations. And I'm sure as Yvette asks me more questions, as she interviews me, I will be able to tell you so much more about it. I'm simple, I'm easygoing. I wasn't like before, but I found that easier way to live. But that does not mean I'm a walkover. I'll kill you before you kill me. That's really.
All right. So tell us, how did you get into what you do today, and thinking about how to think in particular?
Okay, it came as a result of my separation and subsequent divorce from my husband. Now, at point of separation, because I'm a Christian, there were certain things that were not supposed to happen to me. Hey, God is all that. But my marriage broke down after 16 and a half years. It'd been breaking for a long time. A wall doesn't fall the day it falls. It's been falling a while. You just didn't notice, or you chose not to notice, or you noticed and did not want to do anything about it, or did something about it and it wasn't working, but you didn't do much. Tell you, I did everything I knew to do. And so when the day came, went to the bedroom. He had left. I went to the bedroom and I said, God, this is not fair. Work that happened. What happened to our marriage? And he happened to be my pastor as well. So we had helped so many other homes and marriages and And I went at God at it like he was sitting in front of me, and I guess he was. And he said, "Oh, it happened to you because of the way you think." I said, "What does that mean?" I said to God, don't even do this. I am not joking. I wanted an answer, Yvette, that was going to, like, I wanted to hear thunder and lightning, something that was going to get me straight on the floor, like, ah! But it was so simple. It was so simple. So I said, well, I'm going to prove if this is true. I must find it in the Bible. So I got all these translations. I had Bible dictionaries, Bible concordance. I got everything. Some things I'd never opened before. And then I said, yes, right. Now, let me see if the word think is in the Bible. I mean, let's look at it. Maybe this was not even God talking to me. And I found it. In the book of Proverbs. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. I said, pardon? And I read it. And since then, I have been studying it, especially because I knew I would not survive separation. I knew I wasn't going to survive it. I'm not wired that way. Then I felt then I wasn't wired that way. Two children already, both in first teen, and the second one was about to get into his first teen year. I thought, no, I knew I was going to die. That was without fail. I knew I was going to die. And the church did not have the answer. Not God, the church did not have the answer because they didn't help me before. And so I I stayed, I'm still in church, but I stayed there and I said, there is something I don't know, and I must know what it is. There must be a way out of this. I can't die because I was suicidal
Wow.
twice during my marriage. And I remember once I knew I wasn't high enough to kill myself because I was going to jump. I knew I would only break my legs and go to hospital, but I was going to jump.
Oh,
You know, when when you start thinking funky. But then I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, I'm hurting. I'm that. I mean, I wore my heart on my sleeves. If I was upset, you had to be upset. If you were laughing around me and you knew I was upset and you could see I was upset, how dare you start to laugh? Who do you think you are? So, that was my life. And so from then on, I started studying it. And that's how I became a coach, because it was through being a coach and certified as a coach that I got healing, got deeper understanding into the psychology of the human being on a very nice and simple level, as well as what it is to really be a Christian. Not all this hazy, fuzzy stuff that I had been taught, but deep, real stuff. And that has been my journey. At a point, I realized since 2008, this is what I was born to do. There are too many human beings that totally underrate the power of thought. Totally. The people that don't overrate it, but know how to use it, are the ones who are successful. Even thieves are successful. I think I did a Periscope or blog post, something like that, on how to be as successful as a thief. They are not afraid. They don't care that you're going to catch them. Their thoughts are not on how you will catch them. Their thoughts are on, I am going to raid that bank, I am going to get this amount of money, and I'm going to escape. That is the plan. That is the process. Then they put in a strategic plan. But all that starts with a thought, then a thought process, then the plan, then the strategy, then the action. They want a result and they stick to it. They're focused like that. I'm going to get it. And they escape every time. They're rich. I better shut.
Well, I'm not going to be advocating stealing in this. However, I do like the way that you put together that thought process, and you've come a long way on your journey. So from a woman who wasn't sure she was going to survive the end of her relationship, to somebody who is powerful and strong and teaches others to be that way. So since you have launched How to Think, what has been the highlight of this for you?
Oh, the change in people. You can't pay anyone for a transformed mind. What you are able to deliver, produce, the results that you've always desired, the actions you knew you could always take, but you never took because your thoughts were wrong. You can't pay me. I don't care what you give me. Just the delight in faces, the things that they're able to start doing that they said to me, it's impossible. I've done this. I've been doing this for the last 15 years of my life. A lot of it is who say, oh, from their childhood, so and so happened, and that happened, and the other. There is nothing like seeing them coming out of that. Because in this process, in this journey, I have found out that some people were stuck in their past. That's okay. We hear a lot of that. Some are stuck in their present. We hear a little bit of that. But some are so stuck, they're already stuck in their future. So when they get into their future, they cannot go any further because the future beckons, but they have held themselves back before they got there. So when they got there, they couldn't do anything. The delight in helping them to get unstuck that I get, oh, wow. That is always a highlight, always a highlight.
I think as a fellow coach, we are in that business of transformation and that change and seeing people grow. It's amazing. And, especially as we're heart-centered in what we do, it is our joy to see people transform and change. And it's a privilege, I feel, to be given that person's change in our hands. I think it's an amazing thing that we do. So I don't know about you, but some of my friends are still kind of working out exactly what it is I do sometimes, and until I actually sit and do a session with them, they're still not quite sure. So how do your clients and friends respond and react when you tell them that you teach people how to think? I mean, it's a bit of a weird thing to do.
Exactly. Everyone says that. That expression on your face is the same expression I get all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some people on the the people Emeka, the people on the webinar, some of them have heard me speak, some of them have not, or whatever. I'm sure some people are just, let me hear this woman. What does she do? I get that puzzled look all the time. Like, sometimes I'm sure some people think, how rude. I think already. You can't teach me. I'm older than you. What do you want to teach? But I have to do a session. We have to have a conversation. So I would usually, when they say, what do you do? I say, I teach people how to think. And they go quizzical, and I go, yes. So what I do is I blast away thinking, filthy, funky thinking that stops you from being all you are born to be. So what are you afraid of? That always stops people. Like, afraid, me? Like, well, actually, because I've just gone, boom, they have to answer. Well, and they tell me one or two things. But I won't really say I'm afraid. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, so tell me why you haven't done it yet. Is this something you've always wanted to do? And by the time, or maybe 10, 15 minutes, they know what I do. Because there's a lot of, I haven't seen it that way. Because what happens is, in the conversation, I go where they don't want to go. And I talk about things others will never talk about. Because in the people are in the business of being polite, kind, gentle, easygoing. That's why I'm not the easygoing coach. I'm the blast it away, the black belt way coach, not the yellow belt, not the brown belt. We've got to go to the top. I take no prisoners when it comes to toxic thinking. All I can see is how it is stopping you. You are brimming over with this desire, this passion to help somebody else, because that's all we were born to do and to be so developed so that we can pour out and pour over, to be overflowing. But it's in us, and it's and we are not able to do anything about it because we are stopping ourselves. Even God is not going to come down and say, all right, now, Kemi, I release you. He's going to leave that to you. And that's what I do. That's the reaction, and that's how I get through that.
So taking it outside of that kind of relationship with your coaching clients, so how do you actually use this in the day-to-day context? How do you use this in your home, with your family? How can you make those changes in a kind of ordinary, everyday way?
Okay. I'm a firm believer in not just teaching it, but being, you see, because anyone can talk. Teaching is not just about talking. It is about being. If you be not what you teach, then you really are fake and should sit at home until you be, so that then you can teach. So I insist upon myself on I do a CYT on myself. It's a mini online course I created called Catch Yourself Thinking. So this is how that works. So I'm sitting on the laptop, and I planned I'm going to type 2 blog posts, and I want to be done by 8:30. So I sit down for an hour, 7:30, 7:45, I'm going at it. It's 8 o'clock. I'm still going at it, and I'm looking up for like an idea or a word or the way I want to, and it's 8:05, and I'm looking around in the living room, and I see a cup of water, and it's nearby, but it's on the table, and it's at the edge of the table. I'm thinking, oh, my grandson could come in any time, and he's not aware there is water in there, and the cup will topple. Let me just take it to the kitchen and, put it away. So I get up, put my laptop aside, take the cup to the kitchen to ostensibly pour out the water, and I think, oh, there are a few things in the sink. Let me just clear that out and watch the cup dry, then put them away. And while I'm doing that, I'm looking around, as usual, like girls do in the kitchen. Is there anything else I can, do? And I see a jar of honey, almost empty. Oh, I planned I was going to buy more honey. I might as well just do it now. So I put everything, wipe it, put the dishes away, and grab my car keys. And I go to get outside, jump into the car. And wait a minute. I catch myself thinking and I stop. What are you doing in the car? Well, I'm going to buy honey. Why are you going to buy honey? Well, because I saw it's almost empty. The plan was to get honey today anyway. How did you find out? Why now? You saw the honey jar. You were going to. Why
Yeah.
now? Oh, because I took the cup to the kitchen and I was washing plates.
Yeah.
Why did you take the cup? Well, I didn't want it to pour. I have to ask myself these questions. That's what CYT is about. And I didn't want it to pour when my grandson comes in. Da, da. So you took it to the kitchen. What were you doing? How did you see that? Oh, I was typing. Oh, by now it's 8:25. I was supposed to have stopped typing at 8:30. I come out of the car, shut that door. That honey jar will be done later. Come back to that laptop, finish that blog post twice as fast. Do it, done, polished, shut it, done. Now go and do what you need to do. That's how I work on myself.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I think you were sitting in my office this afternoon when I was having a session with myself as I was getting certain stuff done. And yeah, it's like the phone is not going to go on. Nothing's going to be distracting me. I'm focused.
That's it. Done. So I have to do it on me because I can say to a parrot, say hello, and the parrot can say hello, but the parrot is incapable of putting emotion into hello. I can learn all kinds of things and put it into hello. So if it's a matter of teaching, then the parrot and I can teach. We can use words. But if it's a matter of being, then I am the only one that can do that. And this spreads right across the board. Yeah.
Wonderful. So can you share some of the results that you've got from How to Think? Because you talked about the shifts and transformations of your clients. Are you able to tell us some of the stuff that's happened?
Oh, yes, I can. Can I just go to my PowerPoint then?
Of course, yeah.
Awesome. Just let me know when you see my screen, please.
Will do. We seem to have given you energy. You sound like you're getting better.
When I do what I love, yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. Yep. You're on.
Fantastic. So this is what we are going to do today. And I will tell you something a client said. I enjoyed my first coaching session with Coach Kemi as it allowed me to question myself on why I was feeling the way I was feeling. I felt reassured that I was on the right, though not so typical path of career development. It made me think more about my goals and identify my self-sabotaging ways of thinking. She was able to point out where I was experiencing faulty thinking and correct that thought pattern. I think it's important to have such guidance and space to reflect. I believe I experienced this during my coaching session with Coach Kemi. Now, Joyce and I have kept in touch. She's a good friend, and she's in multi-level marketing. And I remember at this conversation, she was saying she was going up, but she was just, like cutting herself, cutting her feet off every time. I'm going to be at this level, but then she would say something else to cut that down. And I said, what are you doing? Oh, well, this and the other. Today, as at 2, 3, 4 days ago, she had sent out a message saying she had just stepped up into some senior leadership management level, because we tend to see each other and I'm always at her. Girl, what are you doing? Are you there yet or not? If you're not there yet, then leave, because you ain't meant to be there. If you're serious about this, then get to the top, because the top is waiting for you. All right, Kemi, I'm there, I'm going. So that's just one. I want us to do a reality check now.
Yeah.
Can you just type into the chat box, please, what your reality is right now? For those of you on the webinar, what is your reality right now, where you are? Where are you? It could be reality in your personal life, reality in your business life. What is your reality? It doesn't have to be something you like, something you want. It's the way you want it to be. I just want to know what your reality is.
Okay. So just type questions in the chat box and I'll happily read them out to Coach Kemi.
What is your current reality? It could be I'm earning much less than I want to earn, or whatever it is, whatever your reality is, because a reality check is essential.
Okay, so I have one here that's from Alotti. Said, I am living in my path and purpose. And I've got another one here. Why can't I see it all? It says, I'm going to do it. It's currently my way of life.
I am going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, and I think for me, I would say that I have. Oh, I've got another one. I am living and loving my life.
Okay.
So, just wait and see if any more pop up. I think I'm more focused and determined than I ever have been.
Awesome.
And yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely living my purpose right now.
Okay. Awesome. I saw this quote by Sean Acor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily the reality that shapes us, but the lens through which our brain views the world that shapes your reality. There's this story of beggars who sat outside a a town, and the people in the town were their enemies because the two tribes did not mix, and they were beggars. They begged on the road, and one of them said, "Why sit we here till we die? If we stay here and we don't get food, we will die. If we go in there, they kill us, we will die. But they might feed us. So why don't we just go in there and give it a go?" And they went in and they found out, it's this story is in the Bible. They found out that the enemy had left everything. They had run away because they thought the Israelites were coming to kill them. They heard some kind of noise and they thought, oh gosh, they're in trouble. And they had deserted the entire town. And these guys became wealthy from being beggars to be. Now, it was a change in thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will sit and remain beggars. Look, seriously, it's safer to sit here. At least we have lived this long.
Mm-hmm.
And we are begging, let us stay here than go in there. Because if we stay here, we might still eat a bit for a few weeks, months, or years. But if we go in there, it's instant death.
Mm-hmm.
But it was totally different.
Yeah.
Now, but what we really want are results. And there's one direction for results. And that's what we really need to be thinking about. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You are rich before you become rich. You are not rich because you were clothes and the money is in the bank. If that is what it was, then all these guys that win the lottery will still be rich. Rich is not the money in the bank. Rich is the way you think. Rich is how you think. So there is a song I keep listening to on YouTube. It's one of the songs in the movie Empire. I've never watched it, don't plan to. However, that song, I am a conqueror. It is amazing. I still listen to it today. Don't I? You might fall flat on your face, but you might try telling me no. The people around you might be saying, "Well, look at you. You never made you. Where are you going?" It does not matter. Bill Gates had results on his mind when his family put him aside. So, what results? Let me ask now. what results are you looking for? For those of you who are living your life now, you want to do what you're doing, what you've always wanted to do, please type in the chat, what results are you looking for? What results would you like? Even for those that say, I'm always going to do it, what results? Everyone wants certain type of results. What results are you looking for? It could be monetary, it could be personal. What results are you looking for?
Okay, so pop your comments in the chat box and I'll read them out. They've gone all shy and quiet on us, Kemi.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't go quiet, please. I need to know your results. Because you see, when you write your reality and you write your results, whenever you write, your brain is writing.
I've got a lovely one here. Personal emancipation from doubt. Love that one. Thank you, Plexi.
Wow. Wow.
Love that. And I want to impact lives. I want freedom and flexibility.
Wow.
Thank you. Next says, I am here.
Flexibility.
Yeah. I think I'd agree with that. Having the freedom, and freedom means different things to different people. I know there's lots of people that want to, run their businesses from islands in the middle of nowhere. That's not what the freedom is for me. And again, the flexibility, because I want to be able to balance things around my life, my family, and my needs. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Apologizing. Don't worry about any mistakes. Freedom to run my business.
Oh, yes. Sorry, freedom.
Yeah, freedom to run my business. That's another one that's come through. Thank you.
Between reality and result is vision. So you've got your reality. You know the result you want. You're going somewhere. So that's your vision. Yeah. There is a vision there between your reality and result. But let's move on to the next slide. But there is something we always do. We make mistakes and we make assumptions. A mistake is a thought before it becomes an act. An assumption is a thought before it becomes an act. And so we're always vacillatory. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is the right thing to do? Is it the wrong? I'm not too sure. Maybe for those who are Christians, they'll go and pray and they'll believe this is what God would have me do. However, still, if your mind is messed up, because the way it happens is thoughts coming through your 5 senses. They don't just happen. They come in through your 5 senses. So you are in complete control. And these mistakes and assumptions can be called roadblocks.
Yeah.
So now please tell me, what are the roadblocks between your reality and your results? What is stopping you from getting those results? The flexibility and the freedom you want, the total emancipation from doubt, whatever you call freedom and flexibility. What roadblocks do you have?
Okay. Right.
I remember when I would attend events while people are writing. I remember when I would attend webinars like this and seminars like this, and I'll think, oh, I teach this stuff. I don't need it. Till I grew up. I said, if anyone needs it more, it's me. Because this is what you teach. You can only give what you have. If you are small and wrong, that's what you will give. So when that's why I'm grateful for CYT. Catch yourself thinking, because then it's a matter of discipline, which is in one of the models of the course of the PSRA, Thought Transformation Blueprint. Humans hate discipline, but they won't tell you that. So I'm disciplined.
Don't like discipline, don't like change.
Yep.
We don't, but that's the only way we evolve. And please pop in your thoughts in the chat room so I can read it out to Coach Kemi. I
Yeah.
had this saying, I remember being 16 and thinking I knew it all at 16. At 18, yeah, I still know it. At 21, yeah, I know everything. I still know it. At 30, I realized I know nothing and will always know nothing and will always be a work in progress, and that comes with experience, that comes with life, and that comes with the humility to realize that you will always learn and you will always be evolving.
Yeah.
And I like every learning opportunity I have, and every single day I will learn something new. Even if I've been on 100 webinars, I still find something new
I'm
and,
telling
and valuable to take out of it. So, right, roadblock. I've got a roadblock for you. The traditional image of a wife and mother. I've forgotten that I was born an individual.
you. Ooh, ooh,
Yes,
ooh. That is powerful.
that is.
That is strong. That's a huge roadblock.
That is.
And that in itself is a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other one?
I'm waiting to see. Aha. Before it was lack of support from loved ones, but I've passed that hurdle now.
Wow.
Also, fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting.
I come across people who are scared of not failing. They're scared of being successful.
Mm.
That's a big one.
Mm.
And I know I put buffers on myself because I think, okay, what would happen if I really, really, really let myself go?
That is a powerful question. I am going to add that with your permission to my repertoire.
Of
What
course.
will happen if I really, really, really let myself go? I think everyone on this webinar, you should ask yourself that question, because in 2016, there is no opportunity for small thinking. It's only the people that are ready to fly, that are not going to wonder, oh, but I don't have wings. No, no. There is no space, no time. The year is going to go so fast. You
Yeah.
are going to be chasing it. So you better fly. You better hit the runway now. Don't say you get to the runway on the 1st of January. What's that? Start now. Start taxiing down that runway. So you take off. You are in the air. Oh, what will happen if you really, really, really let yourself go? So let's look at it. So now between results and roadblocks is a tension. And tension is not good, because tension is a tautness and a tightness, and you want to go, you're not free, you want to be, you come back and forth. That's not cool. Then there's also frustration, isn't there? Because you're frustrated that there's this roadblock and you have this reality. But between that reality and the roadblock is this frustration. I don't want this reality. This is what I want. These are the results I want. Oh, I want more than this. It all happens in the head. This is what not to think. The problem, when you look at this equation, you're okay, 6 divided by 2 into 1 plus 2. Who can tell me the answer, by the way? Somebody do it.
I'm going to step out of this one. Maths.
Let me
And
think.
I don't do numbers.
Are you thinking the answer, the solution? Or are you just looking at the problem like, oh my God, I don't even know how to do this? I mean, like, how am I supposed to do this? Oh, well, just what Yvette did. I'm just going to step out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gone. Some people miss opportunities. They just miss big opportunity, and you will not see the opportunity till you enter. You will not. Look, Yvette and I have probably talked the longest in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think we've ever talked before then. Yeah, and we just met.
Yeah.
Although we knew each other, but we've hit it off. We did not know this was in the future. But here we are doing it together. What if one of us approached the other and oh no, I don't know you, and like, yeah, who are you? What do you want? Like, but we went on and look at what we've got. There are many ways of getting the answer. But the important thing I want to point out here is not the problem you need to think about, is the solution. And so you may not have the skills to solve this problem, but you must know somebody that has the skills. So it's not about using your brains, Not just about using your brains, it's also about using the brains of others. I heard that or read that somewhere. So what not to think is oh, this is a problem I'm not doing. You want to think about the solution. How you get there, not relevant. As long as it's legal, don't kill anyone, don't hurt anyone, don't go to jail. Well, if you do, it's fine. That was your choice. It was a thought. But you just want the solution. That's what. Has anybody given you the answer?
Hang on, let's have a check. Allotted's got 1.
Yes. Anyone else?
No, they've all run away from the question.
Allotted. Awesome. Yeah. You are right.
I'm allergic to equations. This is why they keep me having a rash.
It's part of what I kill. All allergies I kill.
This is equations are an allergy.
Okay, so what we need to be thinking are solution thoughts, and this is a process of transformation. The man with the question mark in his head is not the same man with the light bulb. He's totally transformed, completely transformed. He had to stop thinking the problem. The wheel started to move so that he could get a solution, and then got it. This is what I need to do to get the result I want. And he started taking action. It is a process of transformation. You cannot remain in problem mode and expect to get results or solutions. Because if you remain in problem mode, your only action, because there's action, there's thought, there's always thought before every action. If you stay in problem thought, you will act out problem actions. And so you've just got to go through the process. But then that means making your brain sweat. People lack discipline and they are lazy. I don't take praise. And they're lazy to themselves and they're hurting themselves. Now, that hurts me. I mean, I can't force you to not be lazy, but it's not cool. It is not cool for you, because this is lazy is all you bring to the table. Lazy is who you are at home, and that's what people mix with. That's not fair. It's not about you, not just about you. So go through the process, and taking strategic action leads to the results you need, the results you want. Action changes things. It does every single time. Whether you take action or inaction, it is action. A decision you do not take is a decision you have made. It's up to you. How long does it take to make a change? When I ask that question, people go, what does that mean? It takes a decision to make a change. I am going to do this, or I am not going to do it. So someone mentioned the fear of success, the fear of the unknown. There are many sentences and phrases that are bandied about. How can you be afraid of what you do not know? You're not afraid of what you do not know. You are afraid of what you have imagined. That's all. And so a synonym of the word think is image or imagination. So you have considered. Now that's another synonym of think, consider. You have considered what could go wrong. You obviously don't want what could go wrong. So to save yourself the pain, the disappointment, whatever, I will not move at all. That is not the life of a winner. You don't want to be on your deathbed at 110 years old and say, if only I had done. If onlys are horrible. Do it and let it be on record you failed 9,999 times. It might be on your deathbed you make it. You will be a hero. Right now, you ain't nothing, and you're not meant to be a nothing. No one was created for that. Not one person. So let me share with you something Dale Carnegie said to Napoleon Hill. He was Napoleon Hill's mentor. He said, let me call to your attention a great power which is under your control. A power which is greater than poverty, greater than lack of education, greater than all of your fears and superstitions combined. It is the power to take possession of of your own mind and direct it to whatever ends you may desire. You see, that's why thieves are so successful. This profound power is the gift of the Creator, and it must have been considered the greatest of all his gifts to man because it is the only thing over which man has the complete and unchallengeable right of control and direction. This is why you cannot do anything to a child when the child has made up his mind. He's a teenager. I know everything. I'm going to marry at 17. I'm going to smoke ganja. You can't do anything about it. You'll be knocking your head against the wall. He has taken possession of his own mind and chosen to direct it to whatever end he desires. So should you. Take possession of your own mind. Stop slapping yourself, pop, pop, pop. That's more painful than being slapped. Because if someone slaps you, you can hit them back, but you really shouldn't, except it's necessary. I advocate if it's necessary, do it. Don't be a walkover. Only if it's necessary, all right? However, if you slap yourself, you can't take revenge. There's nothing. And that's what self-sabotaging, toxic thoughts do. It's like slapping yourself. Now, I'm going to introduce a course, and I just want to tell you who the course is for.
Yeah.
One is for people with integrity. Those are the people that will make a choice between convenient and right. They don't do convenient, they do right. This is good for me. It's going to cost me. But anything that's worth its salt will cost you. It's also for busy people. People who are busy are people who are getting things done. And it's also for people who have a vision. They have somewhere they are going. They have something on the inside of them that has not yet been tapped. Like Yvette said, what will it be like if I really, really, really let myself go? That's who this course is for. So it might not be for some of you on the webinar right now. And so let's look at what is in it for you. So I would like to find out from you. This is Kemi saying she wants to teach you how to think, and there's this course. What sort of things would you like to get out of a course like this? I would like you to write that out, and we're almost at the end.
Okay. So while we wait for people to pop in their questions, I just wanted to go back to the bit where you talked about, slapping yourself. And it's true, we're so unkind to ourselves.
Yes.
Yes. If you wouldn't say your best friend that you say to yourself, you wouldn't do it. Yes. But yet, for some reason, we seem to think it's okay to talk to ourselves and about ourselves in these negative ways, which really don't help.
You are talking.
And you just wouldn't say some of those things to other people. So, if there's one thing you take, it's like, be nice to yourself, be kind to yourself.
Yes. And that starts with how you think.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Most definitely.
Seriously. As a man thinks in his heart, so easy. I cannot run away from that sentence. It just plagues my heart. It's just there. It's right in front of me. Kemi, what you've got today is as a result of your thinking. Now, check it out. Sort your life out. Now, do it now. Okay.
And that's the thing that's the reason people don't meet their goals, don't achieve, don't do things. That's
it. Mind, as they call it, mindset. But your mind is never set. I'm telling you, it's always being reset constantly because the brain is neuroplastic. That means subject to change, always changing, like plasticine. It's always with every thought. We have up to 80,000 thoughts a day. So with every thought, new protein synthesis, so constantly changing the neurons and the dendrites in your brain, sending different messages into your body. So has anybody written what kind of results would they want to get out of this course?
They're being shy again.
Oh, okay, all right then.
So what kind of results have people got from this?
Some of it I'll share as we go. But one of the results you'll get is really put in this quote here. Lateral thinking is solving problems through an indirect and creative approach, using reasoning that is not immediately obvious and involving ideas that may not be obtainable by using only traditional step-by-step logic. See, if Bill Gates stuck to the big mainframe that IBM built, we will not have laptops today.
Mm.
That was an indirect and creative approach, and it was not immediately obvious. And it also involved ideas that were not obtainable by using only traditional step by step logic. That's called innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things you will definitely get here. So if you could just imagine making more money, because that always happens. The more money you make in this course, you always make more money. The more money you make, the more people you can help. Is one of my mentors said. You also learn to think strategically, a lot more solid, a lot more focused, a lot more lasered. So I always love to do this course with people who are really making it in business or in life, and then they see there's so much more they can do. So what? Yes, 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 there always is. And the results are in. The results that you'll be getting that you've thought, oh yes, and I love having clients on who have said, oh, we can never hit this target, never. Yeah, people said that about Bill Gates, like I keep saying. They said it about Richard Branson, but here we are, here they are. There you go. So I'd like you to imagine, think. I mean, imagine this amount of money just sitting in your house or in your bank account. Really, think about it. So I would like to invite you to the PSRA Thought Transformation Blueprint Home Study course. It's the A to Z blueprint that takes you behind the scenes with me into how I have been able to change my results and shows you every single thing you need, literally from start to finish, how you can create a results only oriented business and life, and how you can do this in exactly 90 days or less. Now, with some of the testimonials, you'll see it was done in 2 weeks.
Mm.
2 weeks, the first two modules, and you see that. Now, the cost is 1997, but as you can see, that's crossed out. Let me tell you what each module has. Some have videos and audio, or just video and audio. They all have summary scripts in Word and PDF. They have templates and worksheets. You will be working from day one, and you have 24-hour access to them, and they are all downloadable. These are the modules. In module one, there is my story, and you'll be telling your story. Then we'll be looking at the anatomy of thought. Yes, thought has an anatomy. Then 3 to 6 are steps to incredible success, the butterfly way. Now, you will understand that deeper once you get on the course. But I will say this: what the egg can do, the butterfly 10x's it. However, for the butterfly to do it, it has to stop being the egg. If someone tells you, and that is transformation. If someone tells you there is a butterfly in the egg, you would tell them, no, that's not possible, because they will show you the butterfly. You'll try to imagine how this something this big can be in something this tiny. Now, the size of a butterfly's egg is the size of the tip of a pencil lead. Now, but if someone says there's an egg in a butterfly, you would believe them because it makes sense. You see, when you want to, a transformation does not make sense. When you want to be more, do more, you've got to see it before you can be it.
Mm-hmm.
So, module 7 will be looking at your problems, the solutions, the results, and you'll be taking action, action, action. However, from module 1, you would have stated your genius level thoughts and we'll be looking at the problems from the beginning. But when we get to module 7, we'll really hone in and make sure we've gotten rid of it. And we have 2 other bonus modules. This is what you will do on the course. You will tell your story to yourself. That is so important because we know our story, but we don't tell it to ourselves. So we really don't know it. You're going to need to say it, write it, record it, then listen in and read. And you'll be telling me how that feels. You will create your genius level thoughts. They are all buried deep down. You will begin transformation from the get go. Your transformation will be implemented as you go. You will begin creating the results you want immediately because you will be transforming. You will learn the distinct differences between a problem, solution, and result, and how to use each for your own benefit. You will take action, action, action at every stage. It's easier than you have ever done before. And that's how I roll.
Mhm.
Um, I don't talk, it's not talking. So today your investment is just £97 if you want the home study course only, or 147 if you want a weekly group coaching call with me. One testimonial. Kemi's enthusiastic, no nonsense style is packed with gusto and infused with uncommon wisdom. Of course, when I read that, I thought, who is she talking about? This is a cutting edge course delivered by an emerging thought leader. When I read that, I thought, okay, she is definitely not talking about me. I did give her a call actually. I'm rubbing shoulders with greatness within the closed group and sharpening up quickly as a result. This is the core. This is the course. The content is innovative and exceptional. I have just begun talking into module 3. God only knows what will happen by the end of week 5, because then it was a 6 module course.
Mhm.
From one coach to another, more kudos to you in abundance, Coach Kemi, and thank you. The last one, the first 2 modules have been like opening a Pandora's box. The exercises of the course removed the dust and, like an onion, started peeling layers of what had been hidden. It's releasing old thoughts to replace with new thoughts of possibilities. I cried. I diligently did homework, and somewhere in the first week, healing took place. Kemi believes in me, and that matters. Not in the ceremonial I care way. She has no problem pulling me up. In a plethora of coaches, I saw the lioness glimmer, and that's what attracted me to her. She shares honestly, showing a vulnerability that allows you not be ashamed of your own challenges. I have started processing better, and I feel a fresh breeze in my life. Now, that is always a highlight.
Yeah.
And that is the link to get on the course. The option to pay for either one will be on there. These are the bonuses you get if you just want to get the home study course for yourself. Um, I have a report, Your Mind, Your Most Precious Asset, valued at £47. It really is about your 5 senses and
Mhm.
how to protect them, how to guard your heart. And then you join the secret Facebook group. The course starts that on the 4th of January, and the price goes up then. Um, for the home study course with the weekly group coaching, you get immediately by contacting me on that. Um, for that, my email address, contact me at coachkemi.com, a one-to-one 1 hour session with me via Skype or phone. It's valued at £500, and I only have 5 spots for quick action takers. You also join the PSRA secret Facebook group, and you get my PDF 5S5D 5-step process to making a high revenue shift in 5 days, valued at £47. And again, that is the registration link. I'm going to come back in.
Can you post a link in the group?
I am going to do that right now. And I need to stop sharing my screen, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll just sort out the offer and put that there, load it up, go down there and display. This is valid for 1 week from today. I can only take 20 people, 20, and that's it. Because I want to be able to help as many people effectively as I can. So, do we have any questions? I am done.
Okay. I can't see the offer hasn't popped up on the side.
It hasn't.
No.
I've put it up.
No. You might need to click another button, my dear. Let me see.
It's definitely on there.
Okay.
I can see it.
I
Can
can
you see it?
I can see it in the back. I can't see it in the front.
Oops. It is there.
Okay.
Can
Maybe
everybody
it's
see it?
maybe
How's
it's
that?
me. So
Can we ask? Can
yeah.
everyone see the offer?
Yeah, can everyone see the link?
Yeah,
Or is it just me?
I can see it. Why can't you see it? I can see it in the front as well.
This is the joy. Oh, don't mind me. If everyone else can see it, don't worry about me. Oh,
We just need someone to say yes.
getting some. Oh, it can see it. Is it Aji? You can see it. Lottie can see it. Platsy says thank you for your time, and also that was awesome, Kemi. Really awesome. But is there any questions? Because you've got somebody here who is sharing their expertise. Use her time and pick her brains. Let's see.
Some are really quiet. So.
Yep, everyone can see it. Thank you very much, everybody, for posting that. Do you have any questions for Coach Kemi? Because yeah, she takes thinking to new levels.
What does that mean, Yvette? Now,
it means because I tell you why. Because you know what, I've got. Well, you might not know, I've got a joint degree in psychology, so I do think about the brain and how it works and how we actually, you know, construct our thinking. But I don't actually teach in that way because that's not my way of processing things. So that's why I say you take thinking and how we think to new levels. You push it in different ways. So it was quite amazing to kind of hear how you think about this and how you actually make people move forward in a completely different way to how I would do it. That's what I love. I love this coaching world. So yeah,
I love it. Love it. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fascinating for me.
It is.
That says I have more questions for myself than for Kemi. Well, I'm glad she made you think. Thank you.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
Well, I do like to help people challenge their thought processes, and Coach Kemi, as I said, really makes you do that. And it is important as we go into this new year, we do actually spend time thinking about how we can make sure that this year is not exactly the same as the one that we have just left.
Exactly.
And you know, if you weren't happy with how some things turned out, then you know that there is something you can do about it. And it is that addressing your thoughts and addressing how you think about things and making sure that you think and then plan and then act.
That's right. That's right. This has worn me out.
Well, you were hanging on by a thread at the beginning. You're hanging on by a thread. So
well, I'm glad I did it. I loved it.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and I think we can do some more things in the future.
Oh yes, by God's grace, definitely. 2016, come on!
Can you imagine if we ran a workshop together?
Let's do it. Let's plan it. Oh wow!
The energy that would be in that room, it's going to be hilarious.
They're either going to stay or go.
Those that stay will have a great time. So.
Well, I hope there has been great value given today and everyone has learned something.
I think they have. They've got quiet inside, but you know, you can get hold of Coach Kemi, you can get hold of her offer, which is really great. And I think also you're going to post a link in the event details as well, so people can contact you or get in touch with you that way.
Contact me at Coach Kemi, sure.
Yeah.
I'll type it here.
So for the ones that missed it, will they get access to a webinar replay?
Yes, they will. Yes.
Okay.
It's on to be replayed non-stop until next year. So everyone has access to it anytime you go to it. So next year I will stop it.
Okay, cool. So for those that did miss it, you missed a great live session, but you will get the chance to review this and also access Coach Kemi's offer, which is a very good one, actually. So I think at that point, if there's no more questions coming through, no, just lots of thank yous, real value thanks. So people have enjoyed the session today, and I just want to thank everybody for giving up their Friday evening to spend it with us. I know there's, you know, partying, bottles of wine that could be being opened, but you gave up your time to learn and be with us tonight, so thank you for that. And I want to thank Coach Kemi for giving me this opportunity this evening.
Thank
So,
thank you so much,
yeah.
Yvette. Really appreciate it.
So I think we're gonna end the live session now.
Yep.
So thank you and good night. And if I don't get a chance to catch up with some of you, have a very, very Merry Christmas. And
Indeed.
I'm wishing everybody a prosperous New Year.
Oh God, yes, indeed. Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.